right, Shalom. We're the brothers from the Great Millstone Church here in Birmingham, Alabama. Come to give warning to you so-called blacks, Latino, Native American Indians with the impending danger. Before we get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakapadash.
Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect. Call like Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua. You know, we out another week. You know, through the spirit power, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, to speak about the end of the world. You see, because this is what's at hand. You know, out of the world in the spirit of mirth, you know, celebrating Easter, going on Easter egg hunts. Yet prophecy is unfolding in the earth. It's going to shift reality that's playing out here in America. I can show you, give me 1 Peter 4:7. Oh, man, that's it. See, yeah, because the end of all things is at hand, man. Oh, well, brother, get the mirth of the land is gone. You know. You see, because the Lord said it's better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of mirth. You see, because there's the heart made better. You know, because the house of mourning, you see, it pretty much puts you in your right mind. You know, it has you alert and ultimately in the know of the things that's unfolding in the earth. Whereas being in that spirit of mirth, you know, you have no clue to what's taking place in the earth. You see, and like it tells you in what's that, Ecclesiastes 9, how those evils gonna catch you suddenly, man. Y'all brothers got it.
Okay, this book of 1 Peter 4:7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch under prayer.
You see, yes, the end of all things is at hand, man. You see, and ultimately it's perfection at the end of this current day and age. The rulership of the so-called white man, Esau Edom. But yet you're gonna see a build up into it, man, where the mirth is gonna cease, the jobs is gonna leave, flexing and stunning, all these things gonna take a back seat. But the Lord said, be you sober and watch under prayer, sober under one doctrine, man. Tell you to be single-eyed in Yahweh shot, roughly paraphrasing, you know, and watch. You watching prophecy, man, and praying that you may be strong enough to stand in these evil times, man, because this is what's coming on the earth, and this is what's going to climax evil. You see, insecurity, food insecurity, job insecurity, you know, safety. Your safety gonna be at risk. You know, this is what's finna come into the earth, man. You got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and verse 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets.
Start at 10.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up.
Yeah, that city of confusion being America. And you see this place being broken down. You know, going into those perilous times where the Lord tell you how it's going to reduce in strength. Because when you go into that word perilous, it takes you back to Calais Post, which the definition would be things reducing in strength. You know? So the Lord is really breaking America down from the monetary system, the infrastructure, the mindset of the people. And soon you're going to see this place collapse, man. You got it.
Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Yeah, crying for wine in the streets. The perplexity gonna take hold of you people, man.
Right.
You see, you ain't gonna have no answers, no clue to the events that's taking place in the earth. And not only gonna climax, it's gonna get to a point of no return. It ain't gonna be no light at the end of the tunnel for people. You know, the Lord tell you that how they look out of the windows and it be dark. You see, it ain't gonna be no hope, no light at the end of the tunnel. You see, I read that again.
This is Isaiah 24 and 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened.
Yeah, the joy is going to be dark. In a moment in time, Easter ain't going to make sense no more, man. You know, are these upcoming so-called holidays, you know, because some shit can happen between now and the 4th of July. You see, so the 4th of July ain't gonna make sense. You know, it was an article came out about how 2/3 of Americans, you know, they not able to make ends meet. You see, on top of another holiday coming up, you know, and you got to do it for the kids. You see, so you're gonna be more in straits, man. You know that joy is gonna be darkened. They ain't gonna say fuck that shit in a minute, man. You know, fuck them fireworks, man. Just give them some skyrockets, you know? Got it.
You got some back up real quick, bro. Proverbs 13 and verse 9. It says, the light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. Yes, what may you add, like the brother going into like that hope of America being dim, the light of America going out. Hey, that's what these holidays, you know, you're not being able to pay for things that you once did. You know, that comfortability is being drawn up. And that's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah, because ultimately that light is going to go out by the way of the thermal of the fire. On the other hand, you got another light, you got another hope. That's the hope of the righteous, the elect. We look forward to America's downfall, because after that, it's going to come what? Immortality. Or it's going to come forward what? The kingdom of heaven, man. So we're not bound by the light of America. We're not bound by this current reality. All right, we are pretty much been exposed to what comes out. No, you got it, bro.
Con, there is a crime. So like it is Isaiah 24 and 11. There is a crime for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
You see, yes, the mirth of the land is gone. And it's going to continually dry up. It tells you that in Proverbs 4 and 18, how the path of the just is the shining light. It's shining more and more until the perfect day. So there's light, you know, that's pretty much beaming off the prophets, which is this doctrine. It's only going to make more sense. The evils is going to intensify. It's going to make the doctrine make more sense, man. It's going to make salvation make more sense. You see? But on the flip side, your joy going to get taken away. You know, the mirth, all this shit that you invest in your time in, you know, that you extend to be something, it's going to get stripped away. And it's going to be prophecy, man. You know, because the Lord, he's going to take that pleasure. You get Ecclesiastes 12. This is why the Lord tell you to repent. Those on the sign, you so-called blacks, Latino, Native American Indians, but you the children of Israel. You know, the Lord telling you to repent and return unto him now before these evils take place. You know, you got to seek him early, because any affliction, the Lord ain't going to hear you, man. Got it?
Con, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
You see, while the evil days come not. So you got to seek the Lord early, man. You know? Got it?
Nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
You know, and there's gonna be your resources drying up, you know, your comfortability leaving you, convenience, all these things are gonna leave, and it's gonna lead to you being in the spirit of not having pleasure. But we'll show you get Baruch 4 and verse like 32. That's on my
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai is near. It is near and hasteth greatly.
Yeah, and that great day is ultimately the World War III, man. And this is what's hasting. You see World War III intensifying in the earth. You know, and it's even affecting the economy, because now your oil not coming through like it used to, so now gas is skyrocketing, and it's gonna turn to your basic everyday necessities. And that's gonna make times here in America hard to bear. Going back into that word perilous. You see? And it's gonna be the response of the people, man. You got it, man.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly.
You see? Yeah, so this is a great day, which is gonna be capped off with those missiles, man. But even the mighty man, they're gonna cry bitterly. You see? There's more on that. One more.
It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress,
Yep.
a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers.
Come on, see, and it's World War III, man. You see, but it's gonna be a build up into it, because you're gonna have that distress of nations. You see, it says a day of distress, you know, in which this is gonna be at the expense of all the convenience, the resources, you know, the comfortability here in America being stripped from you people. You know, and even when you go into that word distress, it takes you back to being forced into a narrow channel. You know, so you people not gonna have this broad way of living anymore. You know, you can get on social media and talk shit. You know, gather abroad throughout the cities, travel. You're gonna be forced into a narrow channel, to where it's gonna take the sea hip for you to do certain things, man. And if you ain't got that seal, you gonna be in a concentration camp, you know, in a torture camp, or whatever it may be. You see?
My add too, bro, because hey, what the Lord finna do, he finna sit you niggas down. That being made manifest by the way of like the brother going into the oil, not being, you know, as abundant as it was before because of the straits. So now your gas price is going up. Everything is going up, so you can't pay for certain things. All right? But what's it gonna make you do? It's gonna make you chill. So all that come to a halt, man. Now you really trying to pinpoint what you need to spend money upon. First. That's the Lord put you in straits, man. It's gonna get to the point where you're not gonna be able to you know, pretty much, you know, right? Get everything that sustains your life in these times, and you're gonna be led into a karagma, a chip. If you don't have the faith that you have by Shirah Shah, you got it, bro.
Yes, because the Lord said wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times. And he even also tell you that wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. So although your money playing a defense now, but the wisdom, you know, when the money take a back seat, it's gonna be, you know, that greatest defense, because that's what's gonna keep you stable from taking the seal, man. Because like the officer was going into, you know, because even like the women, you're gonna have to choose between maintenance of yourself, you know, or buying food and paying bills and shit, man. So they're gonna be a part of the law, taking the beauty away. You know, he said instead of beauty, there should be rent, paraphrasing. Yeah, instead of sweet smell, stench. Because you need to be able to maintenance yourself in this economy, bitch, you know. You screaming, nigga need to provide all those things, everything that America push, that shit gonna take a back seat. And it's gonna be because of the evils, man. You know, are you more on that?
Yeah, 2 more verses.
Okay,
It says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
You see, so yes, this is gonna be a great slaughter here on the earth, man. This is gonna be the wrath of the Lord on display. You see? God.
Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath.
See, your money won't be a defense. And although it's a defense now, it can get you out of trouble, it can get you out of jail, you know. But in the day of the wrath for Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, your money ain't gonna mean nothing, man. It's gonna be worthless. See? You got it.
But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Yes, and you go into that word riddance, it takes you back to, I believe, annihilation, man. You know, so the Lord is gonna speedily annihilate this place. Tell you that in Revelation, the 18th chapter, how in 1 hour such great riches come to naught, man. You know, all this shit, you think about Times Square in LA, the city of lights, you say, but yeah, it's gonna be flint. The Lord's gonna flint this whole land, man. You know? But yet, like you said, his word go before his army, man. The Lord give you the warning before the destruction. See? Yeah, get your
Khan, if I may, just backing up the point you made about, you know, you're not going to be able to travel, you know, unless you got that sea hill. This is end time headline. It says, in pursuit of a cashless society and a digital future, Scheinbaum plans to eliminate cash at the pump and the toll booth. So if I may, you know, this is just a build up, you know, to that sea hill, man. You know, going cashless, you know, at the pump like you had mentioned, you know, the next form of payment is gonna be that sea hill, man. You know, so we see, you know, the squeeze being put on this place, man. You know, well, now is the time to be repenting and turning back to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. It's a lot, yeah.
because if I may, because even that word temptation takes you back to being tried by your outward circumstances, you know, and ultimately you're tried for your fidelity towards the Most High, you know, and this is one thing Esau is going to play on, you know, your faithfulness towards the Lord by shifting your outward circumstances, you know, forcing you into that narrow channel, making things difficult to eat, you know, difficult to live, to where you will only be dependent on him. You see? But yet those who take their mark, like it tells you in Revelation 14 chapter, you're gonna be destroyed in the nuclear destruction, World War III.
Add to your point, bro, because like the scripture said, you can't serve the Most High in mammon, right? You can't serve the Most High in money. And the scripture also says that money answers all things. So when you see these people out here, you know, with that motivation, their inspiration is all sitting around, you know, getting a bag or whatever. You know, so the days that are coming, like the brother brought in that article, everything is going cashless. So the days of a nigga stunned, you know, holding, stacking money to his ear or, you know, all that shit is gonna come to an end. That paper that you put your trust in, man, hey, it's gonna transition to a chip. So because of the fact that you love money so much, you're gonna choose money that day. By the way, you choosing the chip over your how about Shema Shai. And that's where the wisdom of your how about Shema Shai can come into play for the elect. As it's written, you know, money is at the fence, right? But also wisdom. Wisdom gives life unto those who have it. See, you niggas don't have life. You don't have the wisdom of our salvation. You got it.
Yeah, it was that Proverbs 8. It says, the Lord said, those who find me find life. You see, but yet you despise the words of the Lord, man. So you ain't got life. You're gonna choose death. It's gonna be that seed. It's gonna start with you choosing the seal, man. You know, and then it's gonna manifest in that nuclear destruction. You see? Yeah, give me that Baruch Bible shot.
God, I got you. Baruch 4 and 32. It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons.
You see, the Lord is for to bring misery upon America. America is that nation that received us. You see? But continue on.
Con, it says, yep. Miserable, I'm just like 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
You got it.
For I would take away the rejoicing of a great multitude, and her pride should be turned in the morning.
You see, so the Lord's for to turn the pride of America into complete mourning. You know, and this is what's gonna force the so-called white man Esau Edom to present that solution to you, which is gonna be that seal. You know, because you had that guy Nathan C.J. Rothschild. You know, he came out and said how the end is near.
Right.
You know, and all that means is they finna come down with great wrath. You see what I'm saying? You grab that, Revelation 12 and 12. You know, you're gonna see man-made, you finna see a famine, you know, a pestilence. You got this guy Elon Musk. He buy up, not Elon Musk, Bill Gates. This nigga what they call it, engineer. Yeah, this nigga bioengineered a tick. You know, that when they bite people, it spread diseases. You see? Yeah, he bioengineered mosquitoes that spread diseases, man. Millions of them. You know, and he let them out in the atmosphere. You see? So, you know, they coming down with great wrath, man. You know, and so now they warning you of another pandemic. You see, but on top of that pandemic, they telling you that it's shortages of medicine. You know, and that how the virus is anti-bacterial, some shit like.
They ain't got no vaccine for it.
Yeah, they ain't got no antibiotics or vaccines for the viruses that's coming out. So yeah, this guy's coming down with great wrath. It's gonna force you people to want a solution, man.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
See, there he said the end is near, man. So they know their time is short. You see? So his response is to come down with great wrath. You know? And you're gonna see these things playing out. This is why you see war intensifying, because this is one of his tactics. You know? And even with war, it dries up resources in certain economies, in which you see this happening in America. Which is why things is skyrocketing, man. You know, those are those evils. The Lord said, evil and only evil behold is come. See, but following along those evils is the end. Oh, so you can grab that for me. Read it in the NLT. Ezekiel 75. You got it? You got it. Well, quickly, your precept.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
You see, yeah, so the Lord is going to bring forth great misery to combat the pride of America. The pride of Jake 2/3, especially you niggas, man. You know, And the way the Lord gonna humble your pride is starving you. You see, because you niggas love to eat. And you indulging in temperance. You see? So when the Lord started to take these resources away, you people who overly indulge in things, you're not gonna know how to respond. You're gonna completely bug out. You know, and it's gonna play a part of your misery. You see, because it's not like the restaurant's gonna get towed down, man. You still gonna be driving past Jack's, you know, Krispy Kremes, all these different restaurants and shit, man. You know, but yet you gonna suffer because it ain't gonna be nothing of it. Windows gonna be busted out, vines growing on the side of it. You see, it's gonna play a part of the misery. You know.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 5 in the NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Disaster after disaster is coming your way.
See? Yep, disaster after disaster. You know, from strange weather patterns to situations that's putting you in a level of straightness. You know, that spirit of perplexity, not knowing which way to turn or what to do. You see?
Come. The end is come. It is finally arrived. Your final doom is waiting.
You see that final doom, and when you go into that word doom, it takes you back to a terrible fate or destruction. And this is what these evils is building up to. You know, it's going to lead you to the micro sea hill, but it's going to be capped off with the missiles. You know, and this is why you need Yahweh Shah, man. Because this is why the Lord sent forth his prophets to warn you of these evils that's going to take place on the earth so that you may seek him for deliverance, man. Because it's not like these words is going to fail. You know? Isaiah 55 and verse.
I'm gonna add up to your point.
Yep, got it.
I'm gonna add up to your point. Like you saying, like everything was set up for you to fear Yahweh by Shema Shai. That's what we promote, man. You know, so you may turn from your wicked ways. But you got a lot of Israelites who celebrate the Passover, the Pesach, you know, with a lamb dinner.
Yeah.
You know, they threw parties and concerts and baked unleavened pizza and all of that. You know, which shows that they don't really understand the threat and the message come from the scriptures. You see, the fact that if you're not right, or if you're not within Yahweh Shai, not properly discerning about it right, then your ass gonna be sanctioned to these plagues that we speak about. So having the right mindset and knowing what's coming down the pipe, hey, it puts you at the edge of your seat. It puts you in a position where you're seeking mercy, man. But as we see, the majority of our people are not seeking that mercy. Therefore, they're going to be caught into the plagues. You know, it's a very dangerous time to be in. Playing with the Lord, man.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 10. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Yeah, see, so as the rain coming down and the snow from heaven, is a reason for these things, so that it may give seed to the soil and bread to the eater, that things may bud forth and grow. You see? So is the words of the Lord. When they come down and they spoken in this pureness, you know, things start to bud forth.
Right.
You know, now you see the Lord playing on the minds of these certain kings to bring forth World War III. You know, he's playing on the mind of certain kings to bring forth the famine. You see, the Lord playing on Bill Gates, man. The Lord, you know, he working through Elon Musk to fulfill prophecy. You see, you got it.
Come. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
Yeah, see, these things it's going to accomplish in the earth. You know, the Lord said great death and destruction. You're going to see great death and destruction. You know? Got it.
Come. And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent
You
it.
see, yes, and it's going to prosper here on the earth. So going back into what the officer was saying, this is a dangerous time to ultimately playing with the Lord. Like them Passover shit, that shit was vexing, right? Nigga had fried chicken and unleavened bread. Yeah. Nigga had yams, man. You know, nigga had yams. Macaroni and cheese, collard greens. Then you had the niggas from Nation, True Nation. These niggas was rapping. Yeah, bro, but you know, but then you go back into the time in Egypt during the Passover, it was a son. Nigga went rapping because a death angel was coming through. And it's what message that the Lord said I changed not, man. You see, this the same power from the time in Egypt right now. That death angel coming through still, man. But you niggas rapping. Man, yeah, that's...
Yeah, that house of mirth.
You know what I'm thinking that.
They're not in the house of mourning. That made manifest by rap video, you know, concerts or whatever. Because the Lord said, you know, when you do this, do it in remembrance of me. Because if you don't, then you're not properly the son of the Lord's body. And you're going to do what? You're going to receive upon yourself damnation. So a lot of you niggas in the hot seat with your how about Shemal Shah, because you're not really taking heed unto the one, but you took this thing as something that's being, what, festive, something to be celebrated. Yeah, it's great that we Israelites, yeah, but, you know, what have you done? Well, we all done. We have offended. We have offended how about Shemal Shah, therefore now we reduce some mercy. Niggas think they already got it together, you know. Law keepers, they think that they keep the law, and they don't know that that law condemns them, man. You know, that's why you need your Yahweh Shah.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Yeah, and this is what these camps, they blowing the uncertain sound. You know, like the officer just mentioned, you coming into this thing as if this is a festive, you know, for they you know, yeah, you know, like motherfucker, like you come in this bitch, start to join the family.
Oh,
like,
reunion?
Yeah, like, you know, yeah, you know. But this is what they treated like, man. But not knowing the Lord, this word was sent for your welfare. You know, it wasn't for a thing of you to come in and you end up finding a Hebrew wife. Now y'all got a Hebrew family, all wearing fringes. You know, this is our 4th Passover. You know, now, that ain't what the Lord sent this word into.
Many more to come.
Yeah, many more to come. 4th and to continue. You see, nah, man, that's an uncertain sound. You see? Because the Lord said, eat in haste. Why? Because the fucking Egyptians was after us, man. You know? You got it, dog. Nah, yeah. Read 7.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 7. And even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds.
See? So it's supposed to be a distinction in the sound, but the trumpet these counts blow is like a trumpet of feast, you know. But yet the trumpet that's blowing here at Great Millstone is a warning. The Lord said, warn them from me.
Right.
You know, we're warning you from your how about Shemal Shah. You know, man, the Lord is for to kill a lot of people, man. You know, a lot of people, a lot of kids, beautiful women. You know, the Lord is for to kill a lot of people. See? And that's the message. That's the trumpet, man. Because the Lord said, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Right. Persuading you to repent. You get behind this power. Don't stand in front of him, you know? Because he for to swing the sword. Right. And you see him, he got it clutched. And you standing right in front of him, man. See,
that's Psalm 17 and 13. Deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Like the brother the Esau, man.
Yeah. So like if I make you ready to the battle, you know, this trumpet is making you ready to the battle, man. It's like you mentioned, it's a warning, man. You know.
Yeah, you put that arm, because the Lord put that arm on you. Yeah. You know, you finna go to war. You see, in which we already at war. You know, but he tell you that. He put you on game. He say, our warfare is spiritual.
Right.
You know, so you gotta put that that helmet of salvation, the breastplate of faith. The Lord gearing you up, man, making you fit for the battle. See?
Because it's not in the physical sense. Like you got ISUBK, you know, they take you to the field and have like a literal like boot camp. Yeah. They wrestling, play fighting and shit, slap boxing. Spread with mace. Like they're ready to go to like a physical battle. But at Great Millstone, we tell you that no, you gotta put on the knowledge of helmet of salvation, going to the scriptures. That's gonna keep you stable and strong in these times that we come into. Not you being able to duke it out with a nigga on the street.
Hey, because the Lord said, what the Lord said, bodily exercise is profit little. You know, it profits, but it's little, man. See, because we're not supposed to be brawlers. You know, we damsel in distress. We need Yahweh Shah, man. You see?
It's 1 Corinthians 14:8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
See who gonna prepare themselves to the battle? So that mean the whole congregation gonna get took. Because nobody was prepared. When nobody watching, nigga went on post, you nigga was asleep. You know, you was pampering people instead of correcting. You know. So nobody was made ready to the battle, so the whole flock is gonna get taken, man. That was it on that. Yeah, get that Ezekiel 7:14.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 14. They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle.
Yeah, who blowing the trumpet, man? Great millstone. See? But hey, and like-minded brothers as well. But none go to the battle. You see? Nobody's making them say, they niggas scoffing. You see? Getting offended at correction videos. You know? And ultimately niggas doing their own thing. Niggas don't want to come under the correction of the apostles. You see? But yet that's gonna fall on you when all hell break loose, man. Cause you ain't gonna have the correct doctrine. You see, you'll have a name to call on, but it ain't gonna be in sincerity and truth. You know? Got it.
For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof.
And this is what we're warning you of, the wrath of the Lord that's upon the multitude. You know, the multitude of you people here in the earth. You see, even amongst 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the wrath of the Lord is for the swiftly come upon people, man. You know, they warning you of power outages. You see, you coming up on the summertime. You know, forest fires, crops is about to get burned up. The Lord is for to increase the famine. You know, and it's not like information that come out about America or the future is comforting. You know, it's always another blow, man. You know, nigga put more weight on your shoulder. See, and that's what this place. Cause when you lean on this place, when you say like that broken reed, you put so much weight on this shit just gonna collapse, and then it's gonna go into you, which them. Give you that micro C hill, man. Got it.
The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him.
See? So it ain't gonna be no form of escape, man. This is gonna be the wrath of the Lord. You know, Lord tell you that in with that 2nd Ezra, I believe that's 16, how sorrows come upon thee on every side. You know? So yeah, you're gonna have famines and wars, pestilence, and even greater evils. You know, civil wars, religious wars, your neighbors, your family member, your wife turn on you, your power out, you done lost your job, no water, the car got repoed. You know, it's gonna be plague, it's gonna be blow after blow, man. It's gonna be a build up, and then now the whole family dead, you can kill everybody. And yourself. You see, this is gonna be reality here in America. Suicide rate gonna intensify. Woo. You know, cause here it is, you in a society full of pampered people, man. The Lord gonna take the resources. They gonna get to killing themselves. A dude, I saw you mentioned yesterday, a nigga killed himself when TikTok went down. So imagine when the grids go down, man. Yeah, petty shit. I remember Ed R. said that, man. I bet it was over nothing. You know, and that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be nothing, man. Like, damn, bro, you couldn't wait that out, man.
Yeah.
You know, same. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, but you see that with Esau, like in your day-to-day life, when shit don't, this nigga can't get a screw in. This nigga lose it. He throw the screwdriver. Like, damn, nigga, he gotta go smoke a cigarette. You know, but just wait till you can't do these things no more, man. But it be more severe shit. Like it's more like your livelihood at stake. You know, fuck can't get the screw into the hole. It's like, bro, these niggas finna come take the car and the house, and you hungry.
So like they ain't gonna be able to get their money.
Yep.
People who really are invested into this system, you know, when they can't get their Bitcoin or they money out the bank, you know, people gonna lose it, man. You know, well, ultimately gonna be forced to have to go down there and take that micro C hill, man. You know, if you do, you're gonna get destroyed. It's like that.
Hey man, that's why the Lord beautiful, man. That's why you seek the Lord early, because the Lord put you on game. Because when you follow the Lord, you pull away from this shit, man. Because the Lord said you're gonna be as pilgrims in the earth.
Right.
You know, we already separating, for the lack of a better term, separating from this place. We looking forward to this nigga taking everything, man. Because ultimately we looking for a kingdom way and dwelling righteousness.
Right.
This shit finna pass away anyway. This is a kingdom, like it tells you in 2nd Ezra, full of unrighteousness and infirmities. You know, we not finna fight to stay sick, man. You see?
That's it for you, bro. It's the book of Psalm chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 9. It says, the Lord Yahweh by Shemal Shah also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. So as the brother's bringing out how the Lord's going to pretty much cut off all access to peace, your job, your money, right, your food, to the point where you're going to bug out, like the brother mentioned, you got people who kill themselves and what losing TikTok. How much more when the food dries up? When those times where people don't have access to peace, it says that the Lord will be a refuge for the oppressed and a refuge in time of trouble. A refuge is a place where you flee to for help, man. All right? How are you going to be able to obtain it? Well, verse 10, it says, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. As the brother said, you know, we assault the Lord diligently in these latter days, so we may obtain that rest in a time of trouble, Jacob's trouble that's coming. So we expect to eat, we expect to be protected from the war, the pestilences, everything we're reading about. But at the same time, the 2/3 going to be out there left to their own devices, man. Why? Because they didn't trust in the name of the Lord, Yahweh by Shemal Shah. See? What you got?
We're gonna get a good night's rest. You know, we're gonna actually be able to get a good night's rest when all hell breaks loose. We ain't gotta worry about getting up and going to work. You know, but yet you're gonna have people bugged out, man. You see? You got it, man.
Con. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 7. Con. So like this is Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 25. Destruction coming, and they shall seek peace, and there shall none select. This is Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction coming, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
Yeah, you see, and in the midst of that destruction, it's gonna provoke these people to seeking that peace, which is gonna be this truth. You see, because the best form of peace is clarity. You know, and clarity is this truth, because people don't want to know what's going on in the earth. But it ain't gonna be none, because the Lord gonna shut the prophets up. He's gonna make their tongue clean to the roof of their mouth. You ain't gonna hear the name of the Lord. What's that scripture tells you how he didn't speak because it was an evil time?
Amos 5:13.
Yeah, kind of, that's it.
The book of Amos 5 and 13. It says, therefore the prudent shall keep silent in that time, for it is an evil time.
See, yes, the wise is gonna keep silent. It's gonna be an evil time. You know, Lord willing, we those men, we gonna play very dumb. We gonna be like King David. You know, when he played dumb to escape getting put to death. See, that's gonna be us, man. You know, and it's also gonna be because we know all those accounts. We know of Yahweh Shah, his reputation, man. That's what makes us wise. You see? And this is also what's gonna keep us alive, because it ain't just conventional wisdom that's gonna keep you. You know, a nigga like, yeah, I got a college degree, I'm straight. No, it's the wisdom of the Lord. You gotta know this power, man. You see? You got it out.
Con. It says, so like it is Ezekiel 7:26. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet.
Yeah, see, they gonna come seeking that peace, because it's gonna be so much going on. You gonna rumor after rumor. There ain't gonna be no sense of rest. Like, damn, man. You know, we just got the power back on. Now they talking about the water finna shut off. You see? You got water companies going bankrupt, about to go bankrupt. You see? So it's gonna be a great level of difficulty here in the earth, where people gonna be so stressed, they gonna want answers, man. Damn, podcast gonna be down. You ain't gonna be able to run the Andrew Tate. Redacted, you know, whoever you be watching, man. You got it.
Con. But the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients.
See, because ultimately they're gonna be seeking the man of the Lord, man. They're gonna be coming out here to where they were seeing the prophets. You see? But this is why the Lord tell you to seek him early. You know, because in that affliction, you're not gonna get a word from the prophets. The Lord is gonna put his man up.
Book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
See? It's gonna be a famine of hearing the words of the Lord. And you got these articles coming out about how they trying to make the Bible hate speech. You see? So that's the build up, man. You know? And you're gonna see how severe things are gonna be when you don't see the prophets no more. When these people try to discontinue the Bible. You know? And it's really for the sake of their wickedness. Niggas wanna do wickedness and not get condemned. You know? But yet, Lord, he's gonna shut his prophets up. Continue on there. Huh?
And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east.
Yeah, you see, so think not that these people not paying attention, man. Because there's gonna come a time where they're gonna start to seek for the prophets. They're gonna wander from sea to sea. You know, they're gonna be searching the globe, it's like searching the web on the internet, YouTube, Google. They're gonna be asking ChatGPT. You see? You got it up.
They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord.
See, this is the hottest commodity, man. They gonna be seeking the words of the Lord, man. You know, niggas ain't gonna be worried about Quran and shit like that. You see all these different, they gonna be trying to seek for the man of the Lord. Cause this is the clarity. You got it up. Oh, this that light. We said light in the darkness. You know, you got it up.
And shall not find it.
See, oh, you ain't gonna find it, man. So that's gonna lead you to destruction. Because when you can't get the answers, you're gonna trust in Esau. That's your only other way out, man. You know? That's the Lord leading you to death and destruction. See? Okay, you got it.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come up upon you, then shall they call upon me.
See, yeah, so when you in the midst of your affliction, man, then you gonna want to seek the Lord. You've been bullshitting this whole time. You know? Because you got people out there that know about Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, but they don't put no effort into doing the work. You know, nigga just, you know, he'll talk about it at work or something. You know, this nigga here say, yeah, I've been in the truth 16 years. See, but he haven't produced no fruit. You know? I had a Jake like that, man. I used to work with this nigga. He was a GOCC Israelite though, man. I used to play Dawn with him and shit. And he was like, I said, man, how long you knew you was an Israelite, dude? Because he kept trying to tell me I was an Israelite. He said, man, I've been knowing since 2016, you know, 2014, something like that. So well over 10 years. You know, but you got people that been in it longer than that, been knowing longer than that, but haven't produced no fruit, man. But yet they gonna call out to the Lord in that day. See, but the Lord not gonna hear them. You got it.
Man, don't work, don't eat.
That's it. Yep. The Lord
Scripture say mercy was revealed to the meek as well. A lot of people watch these videos, anyway, they be scoffing or they talk shit behind our backs, and they wonder why they still stuck in that same position, because the Lord ain't supping with them, man. You know, so you got a lot of people out there who, you know, they watch us on the day-to-day. Scripture say we're as of a lovely song unto them, you know, but they don't do the words of the Most High. So by you doing that, you're doing nothing more than, you know, paying for your own destruction, because you're not paying for salvation by laying on good works. Yeah. You see? So we're stocking up spiritually by doing the work of Yahweh by Shemashah, hoping that we're going to eat. You know, while you niggas out there starving. While you being enslaved by wild beasts of the field and all that, we expect to be protected. You know? Why? Because we trusted in doing the work of Yahweh by Shemashah.
Hey, they had them talents in that napkin.
That's it.
You know, and brother can get that. You know, cause that's spiritual. Cause the Lord, He's an austere man. You know, but that servant, he was like that unfaithful servant. He hid his talents in the napkin, and that's ultimately you knowing you're an Israelite, but yet you ain't making effort to really do the work of the Lord, man. You ain't showing the Lord you love him. You know, because the Lord said you love me, you feed my sheep. You see? So in the end, it ain't even fucking about you, man. You know? It's either you love the Lord or not. And if you don't do the work, you don't love the Lord, man. See? You got it. Oh, who's ringing? Yeah, you got it.
Back to Proverbs 1:28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
See, yeah, you're gonna call upon the Lord. That's like that dude that yeah, you know what I mean?
Bust the one
Yeah,
down.
that nigga that got his car windows bust out by the cop. Then he screaming, "You how by smell a shot." But yeah, nigga, you ain't apply wisdom. You see? Because the Lord said, you know, agree with your adversaries quickly. You know, you don't put yourself in a fucked up position, then call on the Lord. When the Lord gave you the wisdom on not to get down, because we say I've given straight commandments on what to observe to avoid punishment. But you ain't observed the commandments, so you got punished. You know, and there's gonna be a lot of niggas who, you know, Lord willing, we don't play that a lot. You see? Because really, you don't, you know, you never know. You see? Because man goings is of the Lord. But, you know, niggas who play that a lot, you know, they, lost my train of thought. Yeah, read it again, Baba Shah.
It says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
Yeah, and going back, yeah, you don't put yourself in the midst of position because the Lord gave you commandments on the observe to avoid getting messed up, man. You see? So yeah, he ain't gonna step in and deliver you if you put yourself there. You know, you broke the commandment.
Yeah, that's breaking the commandments, the instructions.
Yeah.
The Lord gave his instructions what to deliver us.
That's it.
Got a precept for you.
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 10 verse 9. But wisdom delivered from pain those that attend upon her. Like we going into like that dude who was he was beaten up by the cops.
Got
What
snatched out the
disobedience.
car.
Like you mentioned, Lord saying, hey, be peaceful. With your adversary, agree with him while you in the way. He didn't apply it, so that was his result. Even though he was calling on Yahweh Shemal Shah, he still got his ass whooped, man. All right? Why? Because he didn't apply the scriptures. Even the Lord said that he loves none but him that dwell with wisdom.
Right.
See, so hey, believe in the Lord entails you following instructions, not just calling for the name. That's why we say that it's not just a name, right? It's the doctrine as well. What comes within the doctrine? What he instructs. Even our Lord said in Matthew the 7th chapter, those who say unto me, Lord, Lord.
Yeah.
Right? Now everyone that said to me, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but those who do the will of the Most High. You see? So that's the measuring stick to say. Y'all got it.
It says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
Yeah, they despise the reproof. You despise the correction of the Lord, man. So you're gonna eat that fruit, man. You see that way he was eating fish, glass, you know, concrete.
And be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them. And the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
That's it.
Yeah.
Prosperity.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, you take it right off now. You can't tell that shit. Yep. You gotta read it again up.
It says, for the turning away.
Here's a call, man. Jake,
Damn,
I'm talking about North Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. God damn.
For the turning.
That's it, Jake, man. That's it, man. That's that fucking mirth. Taking the spirit of mirth. Feel good outside. It's Easter.
Niggas happy.
Yeah, nigga happy, man.
Yeah, the church feel
Pastor, good servant. Ready for the week.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely,
See?
and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
See? So yeah, dwelling with Yahweh by Shema Shah, because the Lord, he is that strong tower. He says the righteous running into it and it's safe. You know, you go into that word tower, it takes you back to an elevated state to be lifted. You know, from what? You safe from evils, man. Even when the grid's down, you read about it in Egypt. You know how darkness came over the land of Egypt, but yet the children of Israel had light. It's gonna play out in this time, but yet with the elect. See? Yeah, this is that same power, man. But yet this is who you're rejecting, and you gonna bite the end of the bullet for rejecting Yahweh by Shema Shah, man. Oh, that Matthew, that talent, behind that talent, higher than that nothing.
I got it.
Yeah.
Let's see where I can start at. Matthew 25, and I'll start at verse 14. Parable of the talents. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling to a far country. And that's Yahweh Shah. You know, when he died, he went into the heavens. It says, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
This word, this truth. Okay.
And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey.
Yeah, the Lord give you your portion, man. You see? Let every man have his let every man have his portion. You know, all right. You got it.
We bought into the line by line.
Yeah.
It says, Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2.
Yeah, so flipping the work, man. You know, you doing the work. You see, you bringing in believers. You see, because like you know, even with our channels, it's like our own city, man. Now you taught me that y'all saw, you know, your channel like your own city, man. You see, but yet people getting built up, you know, in your city, man, through the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. But you got it out.
God, it said, but he that had received 1, it's like it. But he that had received 1 went and did in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
Yeah, so that's a part of you. You know, you get the truth, but yet you know you ain't doing the work, man. You kind of just in the backdrop. You bringing it up at the barber shop. You bringing it up at the kitchen table and shit, but you ain't really out here doing the work. You ain't putting up videos. You ain't on the street corner. You ain't really speaking against evil, man. You ain't setting your face against Mount Sith. You got it.
It says, and after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, thou, it's like saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained besides them 5 more talents.
See?
His Lord said to him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things.
See? And that's the beauty of doing the work, man. You know, you flipping your talents so that you can get paid in the end, man. Because the Lord gonna look out. You see, because ain't no telling what he say, that I'm gonna make you ruler because you was faithful over a few things, I'm gonna make you ruler over me. Ain't no telling what that look like. Yeah, you ain't no telling what that look like, man. See what you got, man.
It says, enter thou into the joy of the Lord. He also had received 2 talents, came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents besides them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things, I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man,